Welcome back. So we're going to dig right in with Amy with some more questions about healthcare.
Bring it on.
Okay. How do you define healthcare?
Healthcare. I think that healthcare is both preventative and it's a sort of proactive and reactive hybrid. You need it when something goes wrong, but you also need to make sure that you stay healthy and do regular checkups so that you don't need it as a reactive thing. So it's a twofold, reactive, proactive, both.
Okay, great. And how would you define affordable?
Affordable. I'd say that is a tough question. But affordable is something that doesn't make you cut out all the simple pleasures in life as well. As long as you can keep, those dates to the movies sometimes and dinner out every now and then your healthcare is probably affordable.
Okay, good. So let's try to do another definition. What does healthy mean to you?
Healthy. Healthy is a sort of symbiotic condition where everything is working optimally together. It involves taking your vitamins, having a balanced diet, exercising, being well-rounded with your body so that everything is working together very in a complementary style, I would have to say.
Okay, so for the next few questions, I'm going to have you complete the sentence.
Okay.
The best part of being insured is?
The best part of being insured is knowing that if the worst happens, I'm covered.
The worst part of being insured is?
The worst part of being insured is being covered and not using it. Like I've never used my health care in the 3 years that I've had it. That's kind of a bummer.
Okay. The best part of being insured with Blue Cross of California is
that Blue Cross is a big national company. It's recognized by doctors and practitioners throughout the country. So I think your chances of getting affordable and good health care somewhere nearby are a lot higher than with a smaller company.
Okay, and now the worst part of being insured with Blue Cross of California
is probably that it's a big company and it's hard to get a real person on the phone. It's probably easier these days to log on to the internet and check out your coverage that way, but it's not always easy to find the answer you're looking for right away.
Great. Now we're going to get to Miles's favorite part. I'm going to name off a couple of different things, and if you would just say what animal you would use to represent each of the following and why.
Miles, you're so clever.
So the first is doctors.
Doctors. I would say doctors are like bears. They're big and strong and authoritative, and they definitely can be a little bit scary at times. But they also give nice big bear hugs.
Okay. Hospitals.
Hospitals. If a hospital was an animal, I think it would be a gazelle, running at a very fast pace, always on the go.
Okay. Pharmaceutical companies.
The first thing that comes to mind is leeches, because they do find a lot of profit for profit's sake.
Okay. Health insurance companies.
Health insurance companies. It's interesting that nothing came to mind right away with health insurance companies. I think that probably different health insurance companies would be different animals. But health insurance companies as an animal would probably be something like a fox. They have to be smart, they have to be agile, they have to be very talented and good at what they do.
Okay. Now, Blue Cross of California.
Blue Cross of California is like an elephant. Very big, very strong, very smart, and maybe a little bit slower.
Okay, and the last one is universal health coverage.
universal health coverage, I would say, is like a dog. Loyal, friendly to everybody, supportive, and very comforting.
Great. So moving on, let's talk about something a little more personal. What was your favorite toy growing up? And how can health insurance be like that toy?
Well, I did like Barbies, but I have to say I was very excited when I was a little girl and my mom handed me a set of her old keys that she didn't need anymore. And I carried those keys around with me everywhere, and I put them in my purses, and I used them to pretend to unlock things. And to me, they were a great toy because they made me feel very grown up and like a exciting young woman when I was young. And I think that they could be like healthcare in that they unlock things, they open doors for you, they give you a path through where there might not have been one before.
Great. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about financial issues. So thinking about all your routine monthly bills, so food, card, cell phone, health insurance, anything you're paying on a monthly basis, how would you rank them in order in terms of payment priority if you were to hit a budget shortfall?
Interesting. I do have certain things on an auto-pay program. Not all things, and I'm not quite sure why I don't have all things on auto-pay, but I do have my health care on auto-pay and my cell phone on auto-pay. So I think that that means in my mind that they're a very high priority. Whereas other things, if I was having a hard time budgeting, I might put them off a little bit longer, but the auto pay is something I cannot put off and needs to happen at the same time every month and be consistent.
Okay, great. So now we told you that the purpose of the study that you're participating in was to understand the factors that lead people to stay with or leave Blue Cross of California specifically. So now, if you think about your experiences in the past 6 months with your health insurance, what would be the 4 or 5 reasons you decide to stay with or leave Blue Cross of California? So, for example, I never considered leaving because, or I considered leaving because such and such an answer, but decided to stay, or etc.
That's an interesting hybrid of things because I have many conflicting answers. I have considered leaving because I've never used my health care in all the time that I've had it, but I've also considered not leaving because my fiance does not have health care and I saw him go through a broken foot this year. So things like that keep me at a sort of balanced stasis, which is why I have continued to remain covered with Blue Cross. As I think Bailey would attest to.
Yes.
And another reason that I've considered staying is because there are those, things that as we get older we need covered, such as Bailey likes to scratch because he has some skin issues. And I think what Bailey's trying to tell us is that as we get older, we probably want to be covered for those types of things. I have scoliosis. I always have problems with my back. So I would consider continuing being covered so that if that ever got worse, I could take care of it. But I've also considered going with other healthcare companies just to see what else is out there and how things can change. But I think the point in all of this is that all of these considerations and thoughts have led me to the same place, which is continuing to be covered for many years now by Blue Cross.
Great. So on that note, this has been an interview with Amy. I'm Angela, and this is Miles and Bailey, who's left the studio once more. Thank you so much.
This has been a great honor. Thank you.